Sergio Ramos has done something unexpected and electrifying. He has traded post-match interviews for a microphone and released a song called Acaibles, a title heavy with symbolic weight for anyone who knows Real Madrid. That plaza was where he and others held aloft trophies, where the city and club celebrated their heroes, and by naming the track after that place, Ramos has turned public memory into the stage for a personal reckoning. This move is more than a celebrity dabble. It reads like an argument set to melody, a veteran captain taking a different route to make a point about his departure, about gratitude, and about the coldness he says he experienced at the end of his time wearing the white shirt. To appreciate the shock, you don't have to be a die-hard fan. The image itself is dramatic. The leader who once marshalled defences and inspired comebacks now choosing lyrics to recount bruises, to fold his history into a tune that lands somewhere between elegy and summons. The backstory is familiar. A player who embodied grit and clutch moments, whose relationship with club leadership frayed in public ways, whose farewell in 2021 felt abrupt and to many undeserved. What makes Acaibles combustible is not merely the nostalgia but the tone, private grievance spoken in public, and the target that many listeners read between the lines. When a captain who once put everything on the line sings of feeling pushed aside, fans are forced to confront the version of events they prefer. The mythic captain forever adored, and the version being offered now, a man who felt unvalued by those who make the contract calls. The song's verses lean on vivid motifs, crowns, altars, the plaza where confetti fell, and they trace a path from exaltation to exclusion, from the roar of supporters to the silence of management. That arc of emotion is simple but devastating, and it's why the single is becoming a cultural story rather than just a music item. It reframes a sports dispute as a human story about dignity and memory. Reaction has been predictably mixed and predictably loud. Some fans hear vindication in Ramos' voice. At last, he has a space to tell his truth without lawyers or press filters. Others accuse him of stoking drama, of turning pain into clickbait. Commentators ask whether this is a mature way to settle a score or a performative act that invites spectacle where private talks might have sufficed. Either way, the conversation is poisonous for those who prefer the old, uncomplicated story of a club and its heroes. Beyond personalities, Acaibles raises a bigger question about how modern athletes shape their legacies. In an era where image, ownership of narrative and media presence matter as much as trophies, a single song can operate as evidence, testimony and provocation. Ramos' choice to sing rather than litigate or litigate in public through interviews complicates the picture. It's art as argument, melody as memoir. For Real Madrid, the challenge is reputational. A defender of the club has publicly voiced a feeling of abandonment, and even if the board remains silent, fans and sponsors will pass every nuance. For Ramos, there's a risk and a reward. The risk is that fans who love the club might see the move as disloyal. The reward is that he regains control of his story on his own terms, reclaiming the emotional ledger in front of millions. In the end, what Acaibles does is force a reckoning about the human costs of sports institutions. Men who are legends on the pitch are still people off it, susceptible to being hurt, proud, and in need of dignity. Whether the song changes contractual histories or boardroom decisions is unlikely, but whether it changes how Ramos will be remembered is very possible, because art's power is rarely in lawsuits or headlines. It's in the soft, stubborn work of altering the way people feel. Tonight, the debate is not simply about a tune. It is about memory respect and the odd uncomfortable truth that sometimes the way you leave a place says as much as the way you arrived.